Welcome back to BigZoeReacts. I wanted to check out this clip from Don Lemon. Don Lemon has been outside.
I say what I want to say. I got a freedom of speech regardless of what Donald Trump thinks. I can say what I want to say.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, die from natural causes. Pam Bundy, an idiot. Christy Nome, ugly. Donald Trump, get the fuck out of our city. Basically, quit racial profiling people, and I just hate all this shit. I hate them.
Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down it's all like some racist shit. You see the shit all over the news and all over the TV saying this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest the shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. They just some idiots, man. I don't know. There ain't really no other way to put it. They racist, and they don't like me, and I don't like them. And, you know, like, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, what the f***? Charlie Kirk's a piece of shit. I don't get no f***. I got a job, too. I don't get no f***. Dox me, you better not pull up where I be at. Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. They call him a patriot and he was a piece of shit. He was a racist. He said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he gets shot, we all supposed to cry.
Don Lemon has been on the streets, talking to people, doing some great reporting. So one time for Don Lemon, man. Yeah. One time for Don Lemon. With all the things going on, we all know that ICE right now is moving through Chicago and all these other cities, and they're just doing things that are totally unjustified, things that are totally illegal, things that are inhumane, if we really want to be honest about it. At this point, the people that support this still, after seeing all these things, I don't know what to say about those people. But let's check out this guy's story. This guy is Don Lemon interviews an American citizen who was rounded up by ICE and thrown in the back of a moving truck with 40 other people. This is not what America is about. Let's take a look at this.
They had the word ICE on their back, so I knew who they were. And I asked them, why are you guys taking me? I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not an illegal immigrant. And I was told to shut up and just follow instruction. I did as I was told. When we got to the facility, I again tried to tell them, look, you got the wrong person. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not an illegal immigrant. Again, I was told, shut up. I tried to tell them, I've got everything in my backpack. My birth certificate, I got my ID.
Why'd you have it in your backpack?
I had some business to take care of with the Illinois Department of Public Aid. I went there earlier in the day.
So at no point did they allow you to show your birth certificate or any identification?
They didn't want to see nothing.
And I find that crazy, right? Because one of the things that I noticed that people who kind of look at this, talk about this, a lot of people don't feel like this kind of stuff can happen to them. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking at a man who looks like a black man walking the streets, gets stopped, and is thrown in the back of a truck. And to get thrown in the back of a truck, not get an answer as to why you being stopped or where you're going, what's happening. This type of shit ain't the shit we supposed to be going through in America, bro. But again, this is why I don't have any type of compassion for the people who voted for this administration, knowing what was at stake. I don't want to hear people say we didn't know. Oh, this is not what I voted for. No, this is exactly what you voted for.
I will vote for Donald Trump.
And we will continue to say that. But this right here is insane. And anybody who feels like this is right, you're probably moving on the pretense that you don't think this can happen to you. But let's continue.
I've heard people say they're not just rounding people up, they're getting identification. They're not being rough with people. What do you say?
They're lying. They're not checking IDs. The building behind me was the building that they were targeting.
This building right here, the orange brick building?
Yeah. I couldn't understand why they were at my building because my building is not there. I'm a block over in the middle of the block. I didn't see any reason for them to be bothering us.
They were just scooping people up randomly?
Yeah. People that were just hanging out out here were all rounded up as well.
So, I mean, that seems to be a common theme. What I've seen the common theme is that they target specific areas, right? I saw the other day they were targeting a Home Depot, you know? So I feel like they find these specific areas and then they just target them and they round up whoever they can round up. It's almost like grab whoever you can and let's hope that one of them is illegal, you know? And that's what seems like the strategy is at this point.
It didn't matter, Latino.
Didn't matter what
crazy.
color you are. They were scooping people up.
But it was black and Latino. What time was this?
This was close to 10:30, perhaps.
At night.
At night.
So you were out here in the darkness doing with all this happening.
Yes. We were in the back of a moving truck.
Were there seats in there?
No. It's like the trucks that you use to load your furniture in.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's insane. Do y'all hear what this man is saying? They had him in the back of a moving truck with no seats. Like, people want to talk about what's right, what's not, and people like to throw religion into it, Christianity. What about this is Christian-like? What about this is humane? You're throwing people in the back of a truck, no seats, just get in the back, a moving truck at that.
Meanwhile,
and in fact, they don't even let our ICE officers and our Border Patrol officers use restrooms in facilities. Those men and women were telling us that they have to figure out even where they can go sit down for 5 minutes to have lunch or to use a restroom throughout their shift and their break. So they've made it a very difficult situation.
What a fucking dork.
And these guys are running around the city. They got masks on like cowards. They're running around the city doing whatever the they want to do. And people are supposed to sit back and just accept that. The things that this administration is doing before people's eyes is insane. But like I keep telling people, and I continue to tell people, is that at some point it will end. And what side of history will you be on? What side will you be on when it ends? You know, because I see people like Marjorie Taylor Greene trying to speak out against things, which is good that she's doing it. But one thing I would never give Marjorie Taylor Greene is credit, because one, she is part of the reason why this administration is in power. And two, as a representative of the people, you only care and you only feel some type of way about the things going on now because they directly affect you. That is not how you serve the people. You're doing this because it affects your children. She has been on multiple platforms
talking about it. I think is a major failure from the Republican Party, and I'm not going to stand there and just keep talking the talking points when my own adult children can hardly afford health insurance premiums, when everyone in my district, it's the #1 issue that I hear about day in and day out, not just people on the ACA, but people that have private insurance as well. And I think it's something that we have to talk about.
Now that it affects your kids' premiums, now it matters. You're supposed to be serving the people of your district. But hey.
It was a budget renter truck.
So you had to stand up to get there?
Well, some people were able to sit down, but most of us stood up because there were, it was too many people for everybody to try and sit down.
What were you holding on to?
Each other.
Were you rumbling around in the back of the truck? Anybody falling over?
We managed to maintain, because with the amount of people that we had in the truck, if somebody was about to fall, you've got enough people to break that fall.
That's insane, bro. That is wild, man, that we're even in this place right now, man, and it's sad, man. But shout out to Don Lemon again, man. Shout out to this man for telling his story. But this is just crazy. Let's look at some of these comments, man. It said in less than a year, we went from we're only targeting the worst of the worst to we're zip tying American children who we pulled out of their beds in the middle of the night. And I did see some stories about that too. Them pulling children out of their beds in the middle of the night, them zip tying children. Like, this is where we're at right now. So the people that look at this and it's out of sight, out of mind, this is going on. It says Trump's ICE agents are out of control. They are the goon squad of racist punks. ICE is harassing, assaulting, and kidnapping people for the crime of not being white. This is not about immigration. This is about white nationalism. It is what Trump, Miller, and Noam are about: racism and hatred without laws. This one says, you understand that one of the reasons Don Lemon lost his show was for lying, right? He was fired for it. And we're supposed to believe this is true? So y'all think Don Lemon went on the street, found somebody to talk about this and lie about a whole entire story just for what? What purpose? for making ICE look bad?
You failure.
ICE is doing a great job at doing that themselves. So do we not believe the stuff that we caught them doing on camera? Or they lying about that too? So this was never about immigration, because if it was all immigrants, regardless of skin tone, would be targeted. Instead, browns are being targeted regardless of citizens, and now black citizens. This ain't about immigration. They herded a citizen into a packed truck as if he were contraband. This is not enforcement. This is bureaucratic cruelty weaponized. Journalism must expose it. Voters must refuse a pilot that funds cruelty. My money says that's not the last time he will be detained. He fits the profile ICE is using, not white. Every institution has failures, but America cannot survive if borders mean nothing. Bruh, see, it's people like this, bruh. You done commented already. Now you back commenting with your shit. These are the type of people that support shit like this, but nobody cares until the shit affects home. So people like this, you'll find your way, bruh. How much did Don Lemon pay him to make a made-up story? And then your name is MAGA fan, of course. That right there is where I would end that, because it just shows you there's no saving these motherfuckers. There is no saving them. This is where they are, and this is where it would be for them. There's no rationale that you can add to these people's thoughts. It is what it is. This is where they are at. America, we are cooked right now, and these are the things going on, and I just wanted to react to that real quick. Crazy story by this guy. Even crazier that they're throwing people in the back of a fucking budget truck. That's just insane. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Let me know how y'all coping with things going on. Let me know, is anything happening in your city? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Goods, BigZoe TV. Let's go.